Oh my gosh, do you see it? Do you see it? It is a copper coin. Looky there. Looky there. Number 2. He was a prisoner of war during the American Revolution, having been captured in Trenton, New Jersey when Washington surprised the British forces on that fateful Christmas morning. You see, George Spade was himself a prisoner in his homeland in what is today Germany, having been captured off the streets and shipped to London, acquiring mercenary status as a Hessian. He didn't want to go, but months on the sea landed him in America, that growing problem for the British Crown. There was no reason to fight on Christmas Day. The schedule was full of merriment and drink. However, George was captured and sent to the Hessian prison outside of Winchester, Virginia, near today's Round Hill. After obtaining his freedom, George would later volunteer and fight with Washington until the end of the war. It was in Winchester he became acquainted with other Germans, who immigrated decades earlier to escape their own torn land. He saw the farms they acquired and the freedom for their own self-determination. After the war, George headed for the nearest German-speaking settlement, along the fertile river bottom at Cales Ford. By this point in time, Johann Cale had been living here with his wife and large family since the 1750s. George would marry Johann's daughter, Elizabeth, in 1782, and built a sizable cabin for his 9 children. The Cales, George's in-laws, moved to Ohio in 1806. George took over the farm, but hearing of better land, even he took up and moved in 1819, altogether abandoning the farm. No trace of the original house is known to exist until today. Join me as we uncover a remarkable discovery. Stay tuned. We are on site, but I'm looking for an old homestead. Another one. I found 4 here so far. I have found 4 homes on this site, right up here above us, and I want to check out this area here. And I want to see if there is anything in the ground here that could indicate another home site, another homestead. What do you say we get started? All right. Right here behind me is a little dip in the ground here. I'm going to work myself around this. I mean, there's a lot of dips in the ground here because, you know, it's just an old, it's an old fallow field. I was thinking maybe there could be a house foundation right here, but I got a good hit here. It's iron, and I'm actually fine with iron. I haven't pulled it out of the ground, but I hit the side of it. All right. I actually think I broke it. Yeah, I think I did. It was deep. I'm gonna go ahead and look for the other part to that. I am excited about this, and I'm hoping we can find Some really cool stuff right here, right off the edge of this. And I'm hoping this actually is an old home site here. All the other houses that I found on this property has been like in places where you wouldn't think someone would actually build. This is the nicest land on the whole farm, with access to the river and that spring. So I really believe that there could be a house site in this area where I'm at. Hopefully right here, and hopefully we just found it. Whatever it is, right here. What is it? What is it? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Is it a copper? I think it is. It is a copper coin. Holy smokes. Looky there. My first copper of the day. All right, my first copper of the day. Let's see what it is. Looks like it says 1820 or 1816. I don't know. That's awesome. All right. All right, you guys. I thought it was going to be trash because it's iron, but it's not trash. And take a look at this. This is the first one I believe I have found. This is a jaw harp. All right, that's awesome. Let's keep digging. You guys see them all the time on videos. A lot of people find these. I'll let you listen to it. It's got a grunt to it, and typically, you know, these are iffy signals. See, it's jumpy. See how it's jumping? But this shows you why you have to dig everything. It's right here. It's right here. Do you see what it is? This is a thimble. It is a thimble. That's cool. I don't know the age of it, but I'll clean that up. I'll let you guys see it. That is awesome. That's my first ever thimble I've ever found. All right, you guys. I think this was a house site. I think there's a very good chance. I think I will find some buttons here. I found some really old china, and I'm going to show you that when I clean it up during our wrap up. But I found something. I thought it would be my first button. I wanted to bring you guys to take a look. All right, I popped the hole, I popped the plug, pulled it out, and I see it right here. And it is either a button, which would be my first on this site, or it is a rivet. It's a button. It is a button. Holy smokes. Oh my gosh, that is a button. Oh, I am so happy. I absolutely think I am on it. I had a feeling there were buttons here. The house site stood right here. This is where I think the house site stood. This is where I've been finding everything, and I've actually been here just a couple hours, so everything you've seen so far has been in about 2 hours, and honestly, in about a 15-foot diameter, 20-foot diameter. It's just right here. Right here is where everything I've found so far. A coin, a button, a jaw harp, a thimble, china, pulling up old history that has been lost, and telling their story. All right, you guys, I got a good hit. I pulled the plug out. I don't see it yet. I did find some china in the hole. I'm going to show you that. But I'll show you the hit that I have. The only concern I have is that it was shallow. But it's right here. That's a good hit. Now I just found that button about 3 foot that way. All right. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. Everything's still ice. That's ice. The ground's still frozen here. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that. Button number 2. Holy cow, that is awesome. Looks like it got some silver wash on it. See that? It's got some silver wash. Oh my gosh, number 2. We're definitely on it here. Just goes to show you, look out here. There's nothing to show you that a house ever stood here. Except there's a little bit of a dip right here. A little bit of a dip. You know, I told the landowner when I called him up, said, hey, I'm coming out. I always let him know when I'm coming. You know, and I let him know where I'd be looking at today. You know, these landowners, they give you permission to go detecting in their farm and their yard. I mean, really, you know, you really need to appreciate and respect them and thank them. And everything I find, I let them see what I find. I let them choose. If they want it, they can have it. And I sign a permission form. So, you know, when other people, you know, a lot of people hunt this. If there's anyone else that comes on here, he knows they're not supposed to be here. And I really appreciate these landowners. And this farm, for me, has just been so productive for very old artifacts. And I just can't believe it. All right, you guys, I dug a great big hole here. I didn't show it because I don't know, you know, how much of that kind of stuff you guys like to see. I'm not actually digging for, you know, I didn't have a good sound is what I mean. And it was very, very choppy. I found it's an old square nail, but what I pulled out of that hole is very interesting, and I want to show you. And when I see stuff like this, I always think about, you know, the mother that lived here, you know, the grandmother that lived here. You know, I want you to see this. I've been pulling a lot of this out of the ground. This is the old red pottery I was talking about earlier. You know, that's old. That's really old. The square nails are really old. These are hand forged. And you can see how it's cut. See, it's not cut. It's not really uniform. But look at this. Look at this. Look at this old piece of china. Isn't that beautiful? Let me get it here where you can see it. Do you see that? Look at that. Little flowers. That's just gorgeous. You know, I always wonder, you know, I mean, this is 200. This is probably 200 years old. And I just wonder about the people that lived here back in that time period. It wasn't long after the Indians had been through here. And when I see stuff like this, and I read about the pioneers, they came in here from Germany, and they came down the old wagon road, the Great Wagon Road, and they settled in here in the mid 1700s. And everything that I've been finding dates back in that time, you know, and it's just wonderful to be able to find old artifacts, and this was meaningful and special to them. All right, taking a little break for lunch. I just had lunch, and I pulled everything out. I'm not going to show it to you yet. Have to wait till the end of the video. I found some things you haven't seen yet, But I wanted to show you where I think the house actually stood. There's an embankment right there. It's cut back in. I think the house, you know, there's a stone here, and there's a stones, the stones come across this way, right here, and it goes back and it goes that way. There's some rocks right here. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if this was all part of the wall that fell down. I don't know. But there definitely is a square right here, and a building sat right here. I think it was a house. I'm finding buttons here. I found a coin here. I'm finding china, silverware, utensils, a thimble. Everything I'm finding, this isn't a house site. It seems to be an awfully random place, and you know, out here to be finding that kind of stuff. And it's all concentrated right here. I wanted to show you guys also, you see these big rocks around these trees? I think these rocks came from the foundation right there. That's what I think. I think they were shoved over here to get out of the way. And so that's why I actually came over here to check this place out, besides the spring being right here. But I also have a good hit. I'll let you listen to it. Let me pull my headset out here. Is it 2022? The ground is still froze here. It's still froze. I know it doesn't look like it would be because it's awfully nice out right now. It's nice and sunny. But it was in the teens this morning, and it's going to drop back to the teens again. All right, let's see. It's hard to dig with one hand. Let me put you guys down. Let's get everything out of the hole. It is an old buckle. This is the second buckle that I have found. It's kind of concave there. Is it a colonial buckle? I don't know. Knee buckle. I found quite a few buckles on this farm, and many of them were colonial style buckles. But I don't know. I don't know if that's horse tack or if that is just an old iron buckle. All right, I think I found a button, and it's low. It sounds low, down in the Peuter level, Peuter tomback level, which is really low on my Mind Lab. And I'll let you listen to it. I see it. I would have thought it was a coin, but it's not. But I'll let you see it. It's right there. See that? Look at that. Two. That's got to be Peuter. That has to be. It is an old Peuter button. Oh, that's, you know, this shows you that this site is old. All right, I don't want to get my hopes up, but I got a good hit. One of my best signals today, and it's only about 12 inches away from that Peuter button. I'll let you see it. I'll let you hear it. It's right there. Look at that, 23, right there. So I'm going to set you guys up, or you guys can watch me see if that is treasurable or if it's aluminum trash. But man, I'd love for it to be another coin. You see anything? Boy, that plug fell apart. The ground is frozen, and because the ground is frozen, the plugs tend to fall apart. Okay, let's see if we got it. Nope. I see rust right there. That's not good. All right, let's try a pinpointer. Yeah, see, that's rust right there. And it could be that. If it's a big iron, it absolutely could be that. Let me put you here and let you take a look at that. Okay. Oh my gosh, do you see it? Do you see it? It is a copper coin. Looky there. Looky there. Number 2. Yep. It is an old copper coin. And it's got iron on there. I'll try to clean that off and get a date, but you know, this is right on the corner of the house. And you know, back in the old days, they would put copper coins right on the corner. Oh, I see it. It's a flowing hair. It is a flowing hair. I see it right there. Let me clean this up. I'll bring you guys back. All right, you guys, this is a draped bust. Top of her head's right there, and it says Liberty right on top. It says Liberty right up there. That is a draped bust, and that is an early coin. 1 cent draped bust. Oh man, that is awesome. But this very well could be a 1700s coin right here. All right, you guys, I either got something really good or something really bad, and it's not in between. It's a solid 30 on my Mind Lab. That's either a quarter or it could be a 10. You know, 10 cup. 10 sometimes gives me high readings like that. I pulled it out. I haven't looked at it. It's in the dirt, loose dirt. I'll let you hear it. Look at that. Look at that. Could it be silver? Man, I would love for it to be silver. I rarely ever find anything like that. Oh my goodness. Looky there. It is another copper. Oh my goodness. This is my 3rd on the day. Oh my goodness. Oh, we'll let that dry. Oh, wow. Okay. I do see a bust right there. It is a matron. Can you see it right there? It is a matron. I'll have to get a date on that. That's my 3rd copper today. A solid 30. A solid 30. All right, I pulled the plug. Now I thought it was junky at first, but it's not. This is a piece of pewter handle. It is a piece of pewter, and it's a handle from a fork, a spoon, a teaspoon, and it reads real low on my metal detector. I'll put it right there, and I'll show you how low that sounds and the grunt. Okay, look at that. Do you guys hear that? Very, very low. But this is the first pewter utensil that I found at this site so far. Oh man, that's awesome. Here's the plug. I pulled it out. I grabbed a handful of dirt and threw it over there, and it's saying that it's over there. 18. So it's got to be over in here. Oh, right there it is. Right there it is. That is a nice flat button. Nice flat button with the shank. Boy, what a day out here. Man, I tell you what, it's just a gorgeous day. I feel blessed to be out here. No clue there was a house site here, none at all. I just decided to come out here and get away from the buildings here, and just started walking this way. And man, I just hit right on it. You know, sometimes it just takes luck. But you got to look at the ground. You know, the ground where I'm at. Honestly, this is kind of a low area, so I'm actually surprised that the house was built here. You think it would have been built up there on that high knoll, There could have been a house up there. Maybe we'll go check that out the next trip. But I think there could be more houses in here around this spring. So this is house number 5. House number 5 that I have found on this farm that is very old. I'm at the end of the day. It's 4 o'clock. It gets early. It gets dark early because we're wintertime. And I got plans for this evening. I've got chili cook-off. And I made a pot of chili that's full of bear meat. It's all bear meat. Anyway, I had a good signal here. Very, very deep. I have not pulled it. I've not looked at it. I pulled it out. But I've not looked at it. And it's right in here somewhere. And I'll let you hear it. We're going to end the day right here. Yeah, that's a pretty good hit. And that could be a coin. But that could be aluminum too. And aluminum and coins. Now, not good. Not good. Not good. What is it? Well, it is a coin. It is a coin. It is a stinking Lincoln. But it is a Wheatie. That's a Wheatie cent. So we'll end the day right there. A Wheatie cent. Not bad. Not a bad day. I tell you what, it's been a great day. We found lots of buttons, lots of coins, some buckles, some pewter. It's just been an all-around great day. It's awesome to come up on a virgin house site like this and just to be able to dig and just pull stuff out of the ground. Now, I haven't gone very far, just right here. So, do we come back? All right, here is the treasure, and there's the good stuff. So I'll just start off here. There's my thimble. I think this came off of a watch face. I got a silver buckle, a square buckle, square nails, some brassies. These are all buttons here. Button, some wheat cents, some large cents. One's a flowing hair. This one's a flowing hair. A jaw harp, a pewter handle. This is a pewter spoon bowl here. The pewter handle. Here's some china, vitreous china. Here's some of that redstone, some crockery. You got some round balls. I got this round ball and a little bucking ball right there. So that's all my good stuff. Handles, handle from probably, you know, who knows what. Handles there. Some old pot tops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chisels. 8 chisels. And a horseshoe. Great day. Had a fun day. Love exploring these old places. This is house number 5 for me on this farm. Before I came, I didn't know it was there. Discovered it with you guys. All right. I'll catch you on the next one.
Last old dollar's done gone. and I gambled